Hello Super Coaches, the Vegas games are done and the rest of the teams are in for round one. There are a number of shocks in there, so let's run through who to buy and sell. First on the buy list, Jamin Salmon, probably the biggest winner from Teams Day. He's scored that lock spot at the Bulldogs. He's got dual position for SuperCoach, so I think he is an absolute must-have. Another must-have is Ethan Strange. The news came through at about midday today that he had won that 5'8" spot there at the Raiders. So you simply have to get him in, although you can pick him up at centre wing for SuperCoach as well as at 5'8". Another must-have for mine is Morgan Smithies, the Englishman, who's been named at lock for the Raiders. Looks like he'll stay there for a fair amount of time as well, with Corey Horsburgh to move into the middle rotation when he returns from suspension. Samuel Hughes, I think, is the best cheapie prop in SuperCoach this year. Named on the bench for the Bulldogs, he's been talked up by Phil Gould all pre-season and was really good in that first trial before getting a concussion in the second trial. Danny Levi, a big shock from Teams Day, it must be said, named to start at cheapie price at hooker for the Raiders. So he's a guy who you seriously have to look into. Now, that's it for the buys for now. I can't fit them all into this short little video, but check out my team's analysis on the site to see any more. Let's move on to the sells. Kane Bradley, well, it's good and bad news here. Kane Bradley is not a cheapie. He's been named out of the 17, but there is a cheapie in that spot in Joe Chan. So you simply trade Kane Bradley for Joe Chan in that Storm edge back row position. Bronson Xerri, unfortunately, has missed a spot in the Canterbury team with Jacob Kiraz instead playing centre, so he is obviously a sell. Sua Fa'alongo has been really popular all pre-season, but he's missed the 17. He is in the squad, but it looks like he'll be eased back through reserve grade. He could be an option later in the season. Jaden Brayley, we knew this already, but he will miss round one with a hamstring injury. Still pretty popular, so you do need to sell. Chevy Stewart, still in 22% of teams, which I find is crazy, given that we revealed a couple of weeks ago that he has missed that spot for round one. Keep him up your sleeve for later in the year. Kyle Iro, again, we weren't expecting him to be named, but he's still really popular at in about a quarter of teams. And again, Jed Cartwright, 27% of Supercoaches. We've been telling you that he won't play in round one, and that is the case. He's not there for the Knights. That's buy, hold, sell for round one. Good luck on the weekend. We'll catch you for the preview podcast at 11 a.m. on Thursday. See you then.